Second date update.
You know, today's second date update reminds me of a movie that I saw on the internet one time.
Really?
It was called Daddy Like to Watch.
Oh my God, no.
Different-
Oh my God, no.
Completely different storyline.
Oh, gross.
A lot of similar characters, though. There was a guy dating a daughter and then a father. Anyway, we'll just get right in
Wow.
to today's second date update. Jake is on the phone with us, and he wants to call a girl named Teresa. He actually went out with Teresa over 2 years ago. They went to the driving range. The thing was, her dad had followed them and showed up to the driving range and also came up to him after and was like, hey, I don't think it's very appropriate that you were touching my daughter. Because I guess at one point he was like trying to show her how to swing. He was, basically using it as an excuse to touch the dude's daughter.
Yeah.
But anyway, he came up and confronted him. And Jake ignored her phone calls after that and hasn't talked to her in 2 years. And he wants to call her and apologize for not at least answering her call and ask her out on another date.
How are you going to do this? I mean, are you going to go into the fact that now you have a baby niece and you suddenly understand why her dad is so crazy possessive?
Yeah, I'm just really hoping that she's going to be open to just at least hearing me out. And who knows, we'll take it from there. But I really do think this girl is a great catch.
Okay. Well, I can send you a link to that video I was talking about, too.
Oh, my gosh.
About watching that.
No, that's okay. I think I'm good, man.
Okay.
Well, we don't know how Jake's story is going to end yet. We'll see how possessive that
That's
father
true.
is.
Yeah, let's find out.
You
All right, Jake, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can get her on the phone. Here we go.
2 years?
Yeah.
Apparently
he said he's
he's
been
been
thinking about it.
really stewing on this one for a while.
Has he?
Oh my gosh.
Is that cool to you or is that creepy?
That's weird. That's crazy.
Like crazy like a good thing or crazy like you think he's crazy?
Crazy, like, I cannot believe this is happening right now. This is weird.
Well, it's happening, and Jake is the person who didn't call you back.
Yeah.
And we already know the reason for that. It was because he told us that your dad followed you guys and kind of confronted him after.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Which I
But-
cannot believe your dad did that. Oh,
Oh, yeah, you don't know my dad.
yeah.
So, what's happening with Jake? Like, he wants to talk to me? What's going on?
He does want to talk to you, and he's actually on the other line.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, I'm a little late on the call back.
2 years.
A little.
A little bit.
Sorry, is this for real?
Yes.
You're not playing a joke on me, are you?
No.
No, we're not playing a joke on you. Jake is a listener to our show. He emailed us and said he wanted to get in contact with you after 2 years.
Why? It's been 2 years. Why are you calling me now?
Look, I really just wanted to apologize to you. I do feel horrible. I think this is so immature of me that I did not answer your phone call. I feel really bad. I just want to say that I am sorry. I was immature, and you deserve much, much better than that, Teresa.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
so sorry.
Wow.
I
Well
like
said.
that.
Teresa, you just got the apology that I think millions of women are looking for after being ghosted after a date.
Yeah.
2 years later.
Thanks for saying that, Jake. I appreciate it.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I said, I just feel really bad about the way the date ended because I really had a good time on our date. I think you have a terrific backswing. And,
Terrible backswing.
well, listen, I can still help you improve that, but we'll get into that later.
Oh.
So I just want to touch base about, how the date ended and your father was kind of stalking us. And yes, it creeped me out. I think it would have creeped anybody out. That isn't your fault. And I at least should have gave you the opportunity to, to explain the situation to me. And I feel bad. It isn't your fault.
Thanks. I mean, I don't know if I was in your situation, if I really would have responded differently anyway. So I can't really hold that against you.
Oh.
Well, thank you for understanding. Thank you so much.
So wait, Teresa, I mean, what are you feeling right now? Have you been thinking about Jake at all over the last 2 years?
Probably a lot more than you would imagine.
Really?
Whoa.
Yes, that date, and again, not necessarily Jake's fault, but that was a kind of a big thing in my life because my dad, he'd never quite gone that far before, but he pulled a few things like that.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I stopped talking to my dad.
What?
Whoa.
Oh.
Like you just
Wow, so I guess you have thought
Wow,
about Jake. Jake, you threw a rift in between her and her dad.
What did
No.
you do?
What do you have to say for yourself, Jake?
That is not true.
listen, Teresa, are you serious? You haven't talked to your dad?
No, I haven't. But that's an issue between me and my dad. I talked to him about boundaries and letting me live my life, and he did not listen to me.
Oh, no.
And that incident was beyond humiliating. And you have to understand that even if it hadn't happened on that date,
Right.
it would have happened at some
At
point.
some point, yeah.
And
Someone else.
I had to draw a boundary.
Yeah, I know,
Wow.
but your dad, he just loves you and he's looking out for you, you know?
He would have never, ever pulled that crap if I was a boy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you're
and
not a
that's-
boy. You're his little girl.
I'm not his little girl. I'm an adult woman.
Yes.
Look,
Who can
this,
make
this
decisions.
may be kind of weird, but I just became an uncle, okay? My sister just had this beautiful little baby girl, and it's completely changed my life, Teresa. Like, all I want to do is protect this little girl, make sure that she is safe at all times. I would do anything, and it gave me, like, a glimpse into how your father feels about you.
Are you serious?
That's why I feel so bad, because your father was just doing what a good father should do. He was
No.
looking out for his
No.
little girl.
No.
No.
There's a difference. I appreciate
Just to
I
an
appreciate
extent.
that he cares. I appreciate you understand. But there's a difference between caring and wanting someone to be safe and completely
Completely.
invading their life and overruling their own decisions. That's a different story.
You know, you're right. He pushed it a little too far. He crossed the line. But everything he did was out of love
Stop talking.
and in your best interest. So you have to keep in touch with this guy. He's your father.
I don't
This
have
is
to
not
do it,
your
but I
deal.
want
This has
to.
nothing to do with you. This is something that happened between me and my dad, and I made this decision. You don't have to be his advocate. I have made this decision for myself.
Teresa, I'm not saying you need to call him and forgive him right away. All I'm saying is understand where he's coming from
Stop
and give him a
talking.
chance. Talk to him at least. I mean, you've got to talk to your father.
Do you really care about this much?
Yes, I really do. Because I understand now where he's coming from, Teresa. I get it.
Because you're an uncle.
Wait, okay, wait.
You guys went on one date, Jake. I mean, if Teresa doesn't want to talk to her dad anymore, that's her choice, right?
Yeah, but I just feel bad because I feel like it's kind of because of me, like I said. I don't know.
Jake, it's not because of you. It happened at some point. If it wasn't my date with you, it would have been my date with someone else or anything else.
Teresa, I have a favor to ask. And I know she don't owe me any favors, but listen, would you please just talk to your father and just let
Mind
him
your
just
business, sir.
tell you how he feels? Maybe hear him out. And that's all I ask, please.
Teresa, how do you feel about this? Are you annoyed? Are you think that it's awesome? He's so...
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny that he's bringing this up right now because I have been thinking about my dad a lot lately, and
Oh.
it is his birthday in a couple
Oh.
weeks.
I was going to say, right now, that would make it
Oh,
like,
God, me too. I was like, what is
It's like-
happening?
talk about everything aligning.
Maybe that's the reason that we're reconnecting today. Maybe
Okay.
it's just to help you and your father reconnect also.
Hey.
I think you should give him a call.
You know what? I'm going to think about that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
good.
Don't push it.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
So is that what you're most excited about, Jake?
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye.
Jake, now that you may have helped repair a family relationship,
Ah.
Teresa, would you like to go on a second date with Jake again? We'll pay for it. Or would you like me to pay for a date with your dad who you haven't talked to in a while?
Wait, are you asking me to choose between a date with my dad and a date with Jake?
Or you guys can all go out
Go
together
together.
again. But this time,
Oh my God.
you know it.
I did not expect this when I woke up this morning.
I bet.
I feel like it's important to be open to possibilities. And
Okay.
you know what? What is one date with Jake where my dad is not there?
All right.
Yeah, and don't talk to your dad beforehand. Wait until after you go on the date, because there could be a chance, you could be back in the same place.
I think it's sweet that he's trying to reconcile her and her father. And, I think family relationship is so complicated. And I think, yes, you want to be with someone who kind of push you and challenge you, but don't, like, I think it was good that, you know, he didn't push further after she said she think about it, only because, you know, it is up to her and her decision, and it's not something you can just decide on a whim. I think it's good to think about it and have an open mind, like he said, and, you know, consider yourself, because, you know, I have toxic family members and I've had to set boundaries for myself in 2024, and it was like such a hard decision because they are your family, but you have to put yourself first. If they are being toxic to you, or if they are mean to you or not nice, and you can't just eat that because they're your family, and then when you confront them, they totally gaslight you or minimize your feelings, and you don't want to be surrounded by that. I'm not saying that's what she's feeling, I'm saying that's what happened to me. But, you know, for her dad, I do get it. As a parent myself, you want to protect your children, but at the end of the day, you have to trust in yourself as a parent, that you've raised them to make good decisions and right decisions for themselves. And when you're an adult, you should be able to make those decisions. And even if you make bad decisions, even though at that time you wouldn't know, but you learn from that and you don't make the same mistakes again, and you grow as a person. And as a parent, you have to trust that you did your job as a parent, and not be too controlling, and have that boundaries too, because they are an adult as well. So I just think that was such a good episode, and I think I wish there was an update, but I can't find one. And I hope that they all, you know, it worked out for them, because I think that was really cute.